So I guess we could start there. Let everybody introduce themselves, say what your role was in like this project in particular, and then from there, then we can go over like the deliverables, and then we'll like go on, go on, go on. So let's start there. All right, I'll start first. Hi, my name is Chad Williams. I am the QA lead of this project as far as quality assurance. That's what my role was during this project, along with doing producing skills as far as keeping the team together, making sure they're like hitting their deliverables and their deadlines.
I'll go next. I'm Megan. I was the creative lead and also development lead, I believe. And I was just making sure that we had all of our aspects and mechanics of the game going and any other input incorporated into our gameplay.
I am Byron Gomez. I worked primarily as the gameplay and lead level designer. Did a little bit of art, but mostly worked on just designing gameplay mechanics as well as like the main level and the board, which you'll see in a little bit.
I'm Brandon Tillman. I was a part of being the gameplay and programming engineer or programmer, if you will, and just helping out in any other aspect I can. So a little AI, a little UI, and just trying to help in any position I can do.
My name is Sundiata. I am the lead UI designer, and I have also been involved with making sure that the menu system has been functioning, along with the managing of teaching a player how to play and credits. And I've also have been helping around when it comes to gameplay and AI as well.
Hi, I'm Brian Lundeen. I'm the Agile Coach, Project Manager for Category Zero. Um, I've had the pleasure of watching this development team deliver this project, Trick or Treat.
All right, cool. Now that we got introductions out of the way, we are going to be going over our project Board Wars Trick or Treat. We have been working on this project for about 6 to 7 months. Sorry, 6 7 months. What I would like to ask the team is the way that I'm thinking on how we can present this is we go over the game design doc first, then show the trailer, then show the gameplay. How does that sound to y'all?
Sounds good.
Yep, it sounds good. Go for it.
Okay, cool. I will preface this by saying I did not get a chance to update this like the way I wanted to, but it is what it is. So, as y'all know, this is Board with Trick or Treat, a candy collecting trick. Wait, hold on, I'm sorry. This is Board Wars Trick or Treat, a game where you play Halloween characters to then trick or treat to trick your friends and also collect the candy to get to the big boss. As y'all know, I'm not gonna go like one for one on everything. I'm just gonna like say the pretty much like the baseline overview of it. If you have any questions, just let me know. All right, so the high level summary is that Board Wars Trick or Treat is a four-player local multiplayer board game simulator where, like I said before, you play as Halloween avatars so that you can collect candy, and also with that collected candy, activate special events that then like give you an advantage or disadvantage depending on how you roll. And then as you do that, you also like bring your candy back to your base to get to the big boss. That's the whole reason you're here. That's the whole loop of the game. So, a few things I'm gonna go over. Number one, our target audience, well, platform. We decided to go with releasing it on PC on the Steam Store platform, with the intention of our target audience being between the age of 3 to 12 as far as kids. As far as adults, we are our target audience with them. We're looking for mainly families who are looking for just a fun, quick, simple family game night that like they can just get in, play a few games, and just like call it a day. It doesn't have super long with it like Monopoly or like Sorry or stuff like that. A big, huge inspiration that made us come up with this idea was Mario Party, Rugrats Scavenger Hunt, and Cartoon Network Block Party. Something that's not included is the cost of the game. We made the decision to go free to play with the game, and the reason why is because we felt that would be for a consumer perspective to be the best option because it gave them a chance to not only give us feedback to improve on another version of the title we decided to do another holiday, but it also just gave us we just felt better because of how much work we did put into it. We felt it could have been improved with like more mechanics, and we felt like what we had so far just wasn't enough. But it also like would give us more eyes on the project for the next person to look at, to share the word, give us more feedback, and just build that clientele. um, let's see.
Should
So
I
how
answer that as well, Chad?
wait, say again, Megan?
Should I answer that as well, Chad?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, the other reason we decided to go free was we would prefer somebody to get the game and say, wow, I really feel like this was, I got a bargain for this game, I got this game for free, and I'm having so much fun, versus somebody spending money for it and then feeling like they wasted their money or they feel like they were cheated out their money. Yeah, I would prefer more of a positive feedback with the finances.
And I'm glad you cleared that up for me because I wasn't aware of that. And I feel that is a good way to look at it. So going forward, what makes our game unique? Number one, we have special gate tile that's trigger special events. You don't see that in most board game types video games. So the way that works is you're able to open these gates with the candy you collect, and by doing that, you can trigger these events that give you a buff or a debuff. On top of that, we have it to where these special tiles are more interactive to the board compared to other like board game type video games. Um, as far as also having a sense of strategy because like you're not just going around trick or treating, you're also trying to make sure that you like plan out, hey, I'm going to trick this player because I know they're going to land on this tile, and you're making sure that you're like utilizing the mechanics as best as you can. Let's see. So for the art style, we decided to go a more cutesy, funsy route, just to go with the whole like aesthetic of wanting to hit a younger demographic. As you can see with the picture of Big Boss, the Trick or Treat House, and the playable avatars, we wanted to go for like that cute polygon, low poly res type deal, type art style around the Halloween themed Trick or Treat. This is more the nitty gritty on like explaining the gameplay loop. How can I sum this up? As I mentioned before, your whole objective is to run around the board, collect candy, bring it back to your base, and have the most candy compared to like the other players you're going against. The way you do that is by rolling a dice. That as you roll the dice, you get time to navigate those boards, and as you navigate those boards, you get to choose like if you want to either focus on just collecting candy, tricking and stealing candy from your friends, or triggering the special events to make get buffs or debuffs for you or the friend. Do, do, do. As you see here, this is a picture of the gate tile. There are four scattered out throughout the map that players have that they can go to. And after they trigger one, it is locked out. And the reason why we decided to go with that decision is because we felt that it would encourage players to explore the map more while also not avoiding players from spamming the same board over and over and over. And we also felt that it would make the game more replayable because, like, oh, I got option A instead of option B. I kind of curious what option B is, so we're going to play the game again. And the way we also complemented that was making the gameplay loop tighter by instead of like having you collect so much candy as a smaller amount of candy compared to before. That way, instead of the game lasting an hour, it's dropped down to like 20 minutes. Let's see. So things that we could not get to because of constraints with time and also just budget that we would like to do if we were to work on this project in the future. We want to make the game more interactive between players and have those moments of interacting and like causing the feeling of anger, competition, being upset, and just wanting to get back and have revenge against the other player. What we were going to do that was have a way for players to attack each other as they're navigating the map. Um, the next thing we would try to do if we had more time is try to make a board dedicated to another holiday, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, or even holidays that we never thought of. Uh, on top of that, we felt that PC, as good as it is to have a game on PC, one thing we would like to do if we ever were to be able to figure out how to get online multiplayer to work is also having a mobile version of the game for Apple and Android. which then goes to our last thing of eventually wanting to get online multiplayer support. Um, and as of now, you're able to play the demo of the game. It's the full game, but I call it a demo because I missed that when I was filling this out. But as you see, there is a link that takes you to the game. So feel free to always download it. You're able to play it whenever. And it's the full game. You're able to play with 4 people locally. You can use Parsec. You can use Steam Remote Play. Any way you can think of how to get like local multiplayer to work with online friends, you more than likely can do it with our game. And also, you have a link to our socials that includes our LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook if we ever decide to make one, and just also to our Steam page of Board Wars, where you can also find out more information. This right here is the credits. Um, for the sake of time and just honestly at this point, I don't know what I should do. Would it be a good idea when presenting this to go over every team member or just go through the slides? In your opinion,
Just flash it.
Have the slides. Yeah, just
just
flash it.
slides.
Yeah.
Okay,
If they're interested, they'll look at it again later. Uh, but
gotcha.
this just shows them like, hey, they're willing to give credit where credit is due.
Mhm.
And if anything jumps out specifically to them at the project, they might come back and look like, you know. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's a need to go through every single thing.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure I'm sensitive of that. All right. So now to our product team, development team, our consultants and sponsors, and also our special thanks of assets that we use throughout the project. You can find that here, here, and here on the last 3 slides. And that is the game design doc. Any questions, feedback? I know it's like pretty much a carbon copy of like the previous version. I do want to improve on that to make it less wordy, but as far as presentation, does it give you the idea of how the game is and the gameplay loop of the game?
Hey Chad, just give me 1 second, because I'm about to
Uh
stop
huh.
recording.
Uh huh.
Go back 1 page.
One page right here.
Yeah, and you just put that full screen for a second.
All right, gotcha. There we go.
Cool, that's good enough. I'm about to stop recording, and then I want to start re-recording again for the next section.
Okay, gotcha.
While he's doing that,
Mhm.